Over the past 4 months, I've consistently done over 5K in online earned income. Earned income meaning like I actually take it home and this isn't just in sales. And in this video, I'm gonna go over 3 things. One, really quickly about my story and how I got here. Two, what you can do in the shift that you need to make over 5K online. And then 3 is actionable and deliverable steps that you can take like right after this video that will help you start your journey to get there. My name is Kaizen and I have absolutely nothing to sell you. I own Growth Partners and I just give you guys everything that I know because I hope eventually you can grow your brands to the point where we can help you scale with TikTok ads. So I'll do a very high level about my story very quickly. So I started around Corona time 3 to 4 years ago. I started in drop shipping and lifting and I failed at drop shipping terribly, but it taught me like the basics and the fundamentals of business, like branding, marketing, sales, all of that stuff. And although I failed, I stepped into the world of entrepreneurship. About a year ago, I started my personal brand with lifting because that whole time I've been lifting and I honestly love it. And so I just wanted to post my physique. And then 6 months ago, I realized I could monetize this following that I have. It's nothing giant, but I can still monetize it with a good clothing brand. So I launched a clothing brand. It did pretty good. But then I started to learn TikTok ads because I wanted to learn how to scale that brand. And so with TikTok ads, I scaled it to 6K a month in sales. Keep in mind, I run it out of my basement and I do all of this as a student. So 6K, nothing to brag about, but it's pretty good. And as I got better at TikTok ads over and over, I realized I could run this for other brands because like I said, I'm being profitable while running a brand out of my basement. I just thought about the possibilities of a brand that has a whole team to shoot content. I was running ads from content that I put up a tripod with my iPhone 12 and they were doing good. So I realized I could definitely do this for other brands. But pretty much that's my story. Let's get straight into how this can help you. So pretty much the first thing that you must do to get to the point that you want to be at is look at your values and understand who you are as a person. So Simon Sinek, I'll write his name down so you guys can look him up. I highly recommend you look him up. He had a great TED talk on pretty much the basis of what values truly are and why people do what they do. When I'm talking, I want you to relate this to both what you want to do, but more importantly, who you are as a person, your personal identity. So everyone starts with a why. I'll just write this down, a why. Why do you do what you do? No, seriously, why do you do it? Why do you do X? Why do you do X? Ask yourself that. Why do you want money? Why do you want to get first place? Why do you want to be a great student? Everyone has a goal. Why do you want it? The thing is that Simon Sinek talks about is everyone starts with the what. What do you want to do? I'll just say it again. What do you want to do? But the thing is you start with the why because that is your purpose. The next thing you go to is your how. How do you do it? How do you do X? A lot of people focus on the how again before the why. Most people have this backwards where they do what do I want to do? How do I do it? And then why do I want to do it? That is so backwards, my boys. I'm looking at you, maybe you're an 18-year-old student that wants to get good grades so they can get into a college. That is your why, so I can get into a college, so I can make my parents proud. Do not focus on the what. The what is I want to get good grades, obviously, but I'm sure you've been focusing on that. And that may be why you're not at your goals because you're only worrying about the what. What do I want to do? What do I do? And I'll just put X, just like I put for Y. Simon Sinek pretty much explains that everyone in business and just in life, their personal identity, has this backwards. This is your golden rule. This is your standard. This is what you want. Everyone has it backwards. We want to do why, how, what, but everyone does what, how, why. Sorry. So when I'm explaining this, think about anything that you want to do. Let's use a race. A runner who wants to get first place. They need to understand why they want to get first place. If they want to actually work to their top end optimal capabilities. Because the why is your purpose. When you do not feel like working hard and you're focusing on the what, which is practicing, that you're gonna fail, man. You can have discipline, you can have more discipline than anyone else, but when you don't feel like working hard and you ask yourself the why instead of the what, you remind yourself, why do I want to work hard? Maybe you want a scholarship, right, for running. Why is that? I want a scholarship so I can make my parents proud. I don't I can like pay for college. I can actually go to college. And so at like 6 a.m. when you wake up and you don't feel like working hard and you're just thinking about the what that will get you to your goals, the practice in the morning. Do you really think you're gonna work as hard as if you wake up and you think about, why am I doing this? You think about your scholarship, you think about how it's financially tight in your family. Hell no. Hell no. You are gonna work way harder when you focus on the why. That is the first golden rule of values and how you get to the point that you want to be at. So the next ultra important thing that you have to understand is the importance of habits and the long-term impact on your life. You have to understand, especially if you're under the age of like 30, 35, how important and how much a small habit can impact your life over the long term. Start looking at things in the long term. I've drawn this little graph for you guys to understand, so you guys can understand it. So right here on the y-axis is weight, the x-axis is time. This guy is Joe, this guy is John. The weight is for like their body weights. I'm going somewhere with this. A pound is 3,500 calories. This is about to show you how just crazy like the compound effect is, which is pretty much doing a certain habit over a long period of time. So Joe eats 100 calories more than John every single day. Only 100 calories. Only 100 calories. That is nothing. That is like one Oreo every single day. If a pound is 3,500 calories, that means every 35 days, Joe now weighs an extra pound than John. 35 days. Let's just call it a month. They do this for 1 year, only 100 calories. Joe now has 12 extra pounds of fat than John. 12 pounds from 100 calories. You do that 10 more years, that's 120, no, 100, sorry, 112, 120, Jesus, 120 pounds of fat. I'm sorry, I promise I'm not that stupid. It's just recording videos can be hard sometimes. But 120 pounds, that is a lot. He is now morbidly obese. He is now fine, if not in great shape. This shows you how important and impactful a small habit is over a long time. Another great example of this is, I'm sure you guys have seen this, if you get 1% better every single day for a year straight, you are like 37 times better than what you started out as. If you get 1% worse, you end up at like I want to say a multiple of like 150 times less than what the other guy did. Your habits are what make or break you. Please, if you are still watching this video, please, and you're serious about your self-development, get Atomic Habits, read it. And if you understand this book, you can pretty much do anything that you want in life. This is like the biggest book that I recommend to anyone who talks to me. Those are probably the two most important things that you can do to start becoming the type of person that will get to where you want to get. Now, obviously there's more things and I will make more videos about them, but those are like the two like starting blocks. Now I'm gonna go over actionable and deliverable steps that you can start right now that will start your journey. And maybe you're already on your journey. I want you to write this down because I will not be writing this down, but if you're serious about this, just write it down, man. It's really simple. The first thing that you're going to do is find something that you love. If you don't have anything that you truly love or like you're passionate about, doesn't matter what it is, video games, like sports, obviously if it's more business oriented, that's better, but anything. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this that don't really know what they want. If you like video games, that's fine, because once you start like viewing the world in this way, you can become like an entrepreneur in video games and then shift that. As long as you have the mindset shift first, that is all you need. So find something that you truly love and enjoy, that you're passionate about, that you're willing to learn, right? So when I say video games, if you love video games, that's fine, but are you truly like passionate enough to like learn more about them, or do you just like playing them? Because just liking like playing them isn't enough. The next thing is get good at it. Whatever that thing is, get really good at it. If this would be video games, sure, you can take the route of becoming the absolute best player in the world, but there's better ways to do that, right? Becoming more entertaining, all of these different things. And to be able to get good at it, you have to learn from the best in your field. I have a mentor, but I wouldn't recommend a mentor starting out. Just like watch the people that are succeeding in the industry that you want to be the best at. If you're bodybuilding, watch the people that are really good at bodybuilding. What do they do? And obviously, like, there's X amount of inputs, but there's like a finesse on it that there are things that they know that you do not know. Trust me. Do not have an ego. Be understand and willing to learn. Understand that you don't know everything, because that is one of my strengths. It's that I know I ain't shit, man. Like, but I'm okay with that, and I'm willing to learn. So get good at it by being willing to learn, being open. Anyone who is better than you or on your level knows things that you don't. Even people that are below you know things that you do not. So learn from everyone, be a sponge, and just you're in the prime of your life. Just get better at the thing that you love. Once you get better, you need to have a real mindset shift. We kind of talked about it here, but you have to start seeing the thing that you love, whatever it is. I talk about video games a lot, but whatever it is, you have to start seeing it in like a business and entrepreneurial like site. What I mean by this is, like, especially in America, everything is a businessman. Everything. You have to start understanding that. Every transaction, everything. Ninja made like over like $5 million a month on his creator code on Fortnite alone. Do you not think Fortnite is a giant business? Everything in this world is a business. You have to start seeing it as that. You have to shift your mindset from consumerism to producerism. Once you have that little shift in your mindset, you just have to start trying things. This part is the hardest by far, but you just have to try, man. You're gonna fail a lot, but always remember, when you fail, it means you learn something. You're either winning or you're learning. You're not winning or you're failing. When you're winning, you're not learning anything. When you're failing, you're learning a whole bunch. I learned so much when I failed. I have not really learned from my successes at all. Like, I just learned like to make the same input, but that's it. So just start trying anything and everything. Be innovative or copy the things that people already do. Start trying everything. The number one key to success at this point is just volume. It's just trying. And so I will give you another like golden nugget that I've learned is that do not connect your emotions to the output of what you do. So whatever you're trying at, if you fail, you try to do a sale, you try to get some viewers on your stream, whatever it is, do not connect the emotional like feeling to an output, and listen to what this means. Everything that we do, there is some sort of output. There is a goal. Most people's goals are the output. If you fail at an output, right, like whatever it is, let's say you don't get a sale, do not put an emotion on that. Put the emotion on the input, which is, let's say, calling for the sale. I see so many people fail because they start to like have a negative feedback loop because they do not like the output. They have an emotional negative reaction to the output and they don't want to try again. But bro, if you have an output in the thing that you want to do, that's already a win. Because if you have an output, that means you put an input, and that means that you're learning. Even if you fail, like I said, it means you're learning. So connect the emotion and the goal to the inputs that you do, not to the outputs that you get. That way, as long as you do what you have to be doing, you will be happy. Bro, I failed so many times. I made so many just trash TikToks and trash Instagram posts, things where like people made fun of me, but it didn't matter because I always connected the inputs to my emotions, not the outputs. And you get that from reading Atomic Habits. I'm not like sponsored by them at all. Like, I'm way too small, but you learn that. And I read Atomic Habits extremely early, and because of that, I understand this fundamental key. So I hope you got some value out of this. Like, this is what has worked for me, and I think it will work for you too. If you're serious about your self-development, read this book. Trust me, Atomic Habits. Now, if you have any questions or want me to make any sort of type of video that you want to see, just reach out, comment, and let me know. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Peace.